Today I am sharing with you a salad that I make all the time that is so common to me that I don't think it's very special, but apparently it is, so I'm gonna do it. This is what we've got in it. Cos lettuce, tomatoes, feta, avocado, spring onion, cucumber, a bit of bacon, pine nuts, and a dressing that's got a wee bit of garlic. So let's go. So first up, I'm gonna cook off the bacon, okay? I'm gonna chop it up, because this goes as our crunchy top, because I like that kind of textural thing, you know, when you've got soft bits, you've got juicy bits, and you've got crunchy bits, because everybody needs a few crunchy bits. So I'm just sort of chopping this up roughly. Once you've sort of got it to a point where they're all sort of small, not too big, we get the heat on. Now, something that my mate Adam Swanson told me is always put bacon in a cold pan and let it heat up slowly.
Why? Because
it renders, so the fat renders and it goes crunchy. Because if you stick it in straight away in a hot pan, what happens? The bacon goes psh, and all of a sudden it's burnt, or it doesn't get it gets crunchy, but almost like cardboard. If you do it this way, you can have a bit of control over the amount of crunchiness you want. And all the fat melts, because it slowly heats up. So all the fat slowly melts, and then you get this caramelization of the bacon. Even if you're cooking it with, you know, bacon and eggs. I see that people make that mistake all the time. Hot pan, throw in the bacon, it goes. Once it sort of starts to get its heat happening, I'm gonna add some pine nuts. Now, bacon is quite salty. If you don't like bacon, you want to use something else, you can. I don't know what else you'd use. You could use prosciutto if you wanted to chop up some prosciutto. I tend to use whatever I've got in the fridge, even if I've got ham, you know, like sliced ham. But bacon for me works the best. It just gets that beautiful crunch on it. It's always good to do this first, because then you've got time to cool. Because if you go sticking it in your salad when it's hot, what do you think happens? It makes it a hot salad. Now, there are two types of cheeses you can use in this salad. One is the feta for saltiness, or you can also use shaved Parmesan, which actually I really do like that. I'm just wondering whether I want to change my mind about using feta. Could use both, why not? A little bit of shaved on the top. That's what I'm gonna do. It's called improvising, folks. Okay, how are we looking there? See how it's not burning and all the fat is melting? So you don't get all those icky fatty bits. The fatty bits are all just going to melt. Coat all the pink bits and make them all caramelizey. When your bacon starts popping, like trying to leap out of the pan, which always gets me. There, see? That's when you put your pine nuts in. You need to keep those babies moving. Because you've got a bit of oil still from the bacon. See how all the fatty bits of the bacon have cooked off? You don't see them, yeah? It's all melted. It's all just sitting there in the bottom of the pan, coating that yummy pinky bacon, and now the pine nuts. Like I said, don't take your eyes off these little suckers. Once those pine nuts just get a little bit of colour, you don't want them getting too much colour, you want their oils to just release, adding to that creamy sort of nutty flavour. I love pine nuts. They are bloody expensive though. If you want a cheaper alternative, you could do slivered almonds. Just as good as for a nut taste, and I think probably about $30 a kilo cheaper. I'm seriously about happy with that. Okay, they're cooked enough now. I'm just gonna put those off to the side, turn that heat off, and let them cool a little. So now, I have washed a whole baby cos lettuce. And I love baby cos lettuce because it just tastes good. And what I'm gonna do is put it in here, in the bowl, and I'm using scissors to cut it up. I discovered scissors as a form of chopping things up about 2 weeks ago, and it's making my life easier. Look at that. So just keep going. I have said this before. Nothing's worse than a salad where you get a piece of lettuce like that in your mouth. How are you supposed to make that go in your mouth and look, you know, like a human? Looks a bit savage. So yeah, okay. Toss it around, 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 toss it around. If you don't like cos or you haven't got cos, iceberg will work. That looks all right, doesn't it? Look at that, that's so quick. All right, let's go. Oh, yum. Look at that colour. I love these tomatoes, the end of tomato season in my garden. I'm gonna have to rip all the plants out soon. I always get a little bit sad when it's the end, like teacup. Okay, cucumber. How much cucumber? Depends on what you like. Cucumber adds a good amount of crunch. I'm gonna add one more of cucumber. The idea is to get an even amount of stuff. You don't want anything to be the overpowering thing. That looks good. That looks good. Spring onion. These bits are always awkward. Spring onion is one of those pretend kind of onions. It's got enough oniony flavour to give it that flavour, you know, that. But it's not so oniony like red onion where you have it and go and you can't breathe on people for a week. Okay, some avocado. This is the creaminess. Oh, look at that avocado. Oh. This is so ripe, this avocado. This is perfect. Here it goes. Spread it around a little bit. It's probably enough avocado. Next up, feta. I'm not gonna do it too fat. Oh, God, I love feta. I love how it just creates that big whitiness to the salad. Look at that. That pretty much makes up the salad bit of this. Now I'm gonna toss the thing. Give it a little bit of a toss around. Whoop. What I might do first is make the dressing, okay? The dressing, equal parts olive oil, about that much, then some white wine vinegar, so about, till it clouds it all, that much, and then a clove of garlic. And then it's like a science experiment. Bit of salt, not too much, because remember we've got that saltiness from the feta and the bacon. Bit of pepper, again, a little bit of a, alrighty. So I'm gonna pour that over the top now. Next up, bacon and pine nuts. Then, the piece de resistance, a little bit of Parmigiano-Reggiano, just because we can. Ha! And that, my friends, is my salad. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. Amanda's summer, autumn salad, everyday salad, I don't know, whatever. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna have a taste in a minute. The proof. Oh my God, the crunch, the bacon, the feta, it really is just one of those delicious salads you could serve with a barbecue, like sausages, chops, bit of grilled chicken, perfect. Oh, bon appetito.